So I want to talk to you today about how to, a lesson on how to make tremendous money with cryptocurrency. In fact, I'm not a financial advisor, but this will apply to almost any asset that you feel has strong fundamentals long term. So this can apply to almost anything, whether it's real estate or whatever. This lesson here is a lesson that the reason I want to do this video is because I'm seeing in the crypto space a lot of people are making the same common mistakes over and over, and it's just important to understand that if you prevent this mistake, you can make far more money long term. First, if you saw The Wolf of Wall Street, this is the real guy, Jordan Belfort, who the movie is based off of. It was his life. But he's doing this interview on Valuetainment. By the way, they have a great YouTube channel. I recommend that you subscribe. It's awesome. They do great videos. I've only listened to 2 or 3 of the videos so far, and this is one of them. I want you to listen to what he says right here, and then I want to talk about how this applies specifically to cryptocurrency.
So, I don't really think much about it.
Let me ask you this question. You're not going to get to where you get to. You said, what, you were upset because one year made, what was the number, 51 million? You said, I was upset because I didn't make $1 million a week, 52. You said something like that, some scene or whatever it was. But let's just say if you were to change 2 or 3 things for this to have lasted, what would those 2 or 3 things be? Like, did you think about that?
Sure,
because I'm about to sit with Michael Francese. He's one of the mafia families out of New York. He was a top guy. He was doing a lot of money himself. But the principles of what he teaches on building a business and corporation, it's absolutely insane. What you talk about in this book and the sales training that you offer yourself on the internet, anybody can learn from that and apply it. So if there was 2 or 3 adjustments, what would those things be?
Number one for sure would be the delaying the gratification. The biggest problem I had was
delaying the gratification.
That's a problem that a lot of young entrepreneurs have, and I learned that the hard way. Is that
delayed gratification? But listen to what he says, and this is something that I agree with him. I was guilty of it. Many young crypto investors are very guilty of this. But listen to what he says.
Good things take time, and there were some moves I made that made me a lot of money in the short term, but then created problems for me over the long term. And for example, like Steve Madden Shoes is one of my companies, right?
I remember that.
I was the majority shareholder of Steve Madden Shoes. If I had not had that problem from all the stuff I did earlier, I would have made $700 million or $1 billion
just
on
off
that.
Of Steve Madden.
Just off that one deal versus making $20, $30 million.
Got it.
Because I was forced to sell it too early, right? That's one example. And there's so many other examples just like that where, for instance, if I would have not gotten in trouble, I would have made the .com boom and been positioned to have the biggest firm out there during internet craze. I would have made billions off of that. So while I made a little bit of extra money sooner, it cost me a lot more long term by not playing that sort of long game, playing the short game. And I think that's a big mistake a lot of people make. And it's something that I learned really was crystallized when I wrote my first book, The Wolf of Wall Street, because that took me a year to write. I didn't make anything while I was writing it. I mean, I got some advances, very small, right? And then, lo and behold, over years, it turned into this amazing thing that just spawned an entirely new life for me. So I think that it was a classic example of something that you work really hard on something and it pays off down the road. So I think it's one major thing is that. Second thing is that I think that a lot of young people, it's not because they're bad, it's not about that, because I was a really good kid from a great family, never got in trouble.
You never got in trouble?
No, it was not something.
Okay, if you want to see what he said, the second thing is you can come watch the Valuetainment interview. But so he says it's a lot of work. That's what he says. It's a lot of work. I want to bring this up. It's a lot of work. For us, it's not a lot of work in crypto. But he talks about the book. The book changed his life, but he had to put in a lot of work for 1, 2, 3 years. But it ultimately changed his life, the entire trajectory of his life. Cryptocurrency, for a lot of people, has done that. The people that have not done as good as they could have, though, are the people who are trading in and out. Who because every time they're trading, they're getting taxed on their trades. Every single time you make a trade and you make any gains, you're getting taxed. And people are buying back in, they're trading, they're buying back in, they're trading. They're chasing the quick returns that have occurred, and they're not holding or hodling. He says it's a lot of work. In the cryptocurrency space, it's a matter of buying good products, good projects, good coins, good tokens, and just hold them. As long as there continues to be progress, as long as they look like they're maintaining their positioning or their leader in that area, if you see them as a leader in that particular area, then you just simply hodl that coin or that token if there's no major fundamental changes. Now, I can do a whole video on what I do, but if I see something stagnate or change, or they're not keeping up with technology in general, or somebody else is beating them in the marketplace, then that may cause me personally to reevaluate holding a particular coin. But like something like Bitcoin, I believe in the fundamentals of Bitcoin. I can't believe how many people have sold their Bitcoin. Now, clearly, if you had sold up here, then, and you could buy here, and you could sell up here. Yeah, looking back in the past, it's always easy to see what the right moves were. But right now, you have no idea whether in 30 days from now, we're going to hit another massive run-up in Bitcoin. You have no idea. Or are we going to drop all the way down here to, near zero, 200-300s? You have no idea. What people will say is they'll like, oh, we see some support right here, but if it breaks, then we're going to sell, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. That's not the way to maximize returns long term. Be patient. Hold. Listen, over here, lots of people sold their Bitcoin. Right here, lots of people sold their Bitcoin. A lot of these people who sold missed all of this because they had no idea it was coming. And they've missed all of this too. The people who held onto their Bitcoin right here, they were in for all this, but guess what? They're still in here as well. We're still talking about, what, not even a year later? $8,000 Bitcoin versus $3,500 Bitcoin? Not even a year later, not even a year. What's Bitcoin going to do in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? I believe at some point it's going to do a massive run up again. I believe we're going to see in that time period, we'll see 50,000, 100,000 Bitcoin. That's my personal opinion. Take that with a grain of salt. Consider it edutainment. The point I'm saying is people buy and sell looking for quick returns. Having a longer term approach, being able to buy and just hodl, letting it be a part of your investment, it doesn't have to be your main thing. Heck, cryptocurrency is risky as crap. But letting it be the thing that you're interested in, do research on projects. And I can do a whole video on, how to determine what projects to basically invest in. But I can tell you, don't just listen to somebody on YouTube or read some forum post and think, oh, that's a coin I should invest in. The worst is don't click on a banner and go look at a website and make a decision right then and there. Do some research. Is it a real project? Does it have a real future? That's what matters most. And if it's a real project and it has a real future and they're moving forward, then it might be something you want to consider buying and getting into and holding. But don't, listen, this applies for so many things. Proof of weekends, this is another one. People are jumping in and out. There's these clones that occurred, other projects that are similar. The other projects aren't creating any new development, they're just similar. So people, this is a whole new thing. With Proof of Weekends 3D, you buy these tokens. Every time someone buys or sells, they pay a 10% fee in Ethereum. That's your fee to you. It's an ERC20 token, which means you have to buy it using Ethereum. So the prices are based in Ethereum. Like right now, every token is 0.01088 Ethereum per token. When I got in, by the way, it was 0.01. I'm sorry, it was 0.0043, I think, when I got in. Ethereum per token. But people are buying and selling. By the way, it was way up higher than that at one point. I can't remember. It was like 0.02 something at one point. But people are buying or selling. People are emotional. They're looking for they're looking for that thing that's going to make them, 100%, 1,000% in a year. That is rare. And even if you time it right and you make 1,000%, then what? You're not going to be able to consistently time that over and over again. Do you believe in the long term? Do you understand the technology and do you believe in what it's trying to accomplish long term? If you do, you just need to buy it and hold it. And here's the thing. Proof of Weekends, and this isn't the only thing, and in some other videos I can, go over other coins, tokens, and projects that I like, but in Proof of Weekends, right now what I can tell you is this thing is, right now, it has paid out in rewards or dividend type income. You can see right here, in the past, I think this is 2 days, let's see if this was a day ago. No, that's not me. Let me see. So 4 days ago, I got, since then, I've gotten basically about $1 some change worth of ETH a day is what I've gotten. So, I'm sorry, $1 some change. Yeah, $1 some change worth of ETH. So, I would have to break out some math on this, but it's I think we're at 0.1%, 0.1, not 1%. I think we're at about 0.1% a day, approximately. So if that's the case, if it's 0.1% a day, that means basically you're earning 1%. Okay. Yeah, it's 0.1% a day because $1 on 100. So it's roughly 0.1% a day. 0.1 in US dollar value right now. This varies based off the current price of Ethereum. 0.1%, think about that. 0.1% means every 10 days. It means you're earning 3% a month. It means you're earning 36% a year. Now, and there's been days, by the way, when the volume was up and a bunch of people buying and selling. We've made as much as 2 or 3% a day. So I don't know long term where this number is going to be at. But I mean, if I'm over 20% a year and I'm still able to invest in a cryptocurrency project that I'm liking and I'm earning rewards of 20% or maybe 15% a year, look, there is no investment in the history of mankind that has been able to return 30% a year, which is what we're on track to do right now. In fact, we're actually more than that because earlier this year, this project's only a couple months old, we made a lot more than that in Ethereum returns, already, because we haven't been at 0.01. I told you we've had days where we're at 1%, 2%. We had a month or so where we were at like 0.5% to 1.5% almost every single day. So right now we're at a low. This volume may kick up, but let's just take worst case scenario right now based off the numbers that we have. So hear this out, 0.1% a day, roughly 3%, what's that, 36% a year. 36% a year, and that's not even considering reinvesting into those ETH returns to buy more. That's, you can come down here, you can, where's it at? Let me just show you. You can come here and reinvest at any time. We're not even talking about reinvesting. We're just talking about flat earning. 36% a year. There is nothing in the history of mankind that has been able to allow people to earn with any consistency 36% a year. No asset class, nothing that's been able to allow average people to be able to earn that kind of return. Again, there's no guarantee that we will earn that return. We may earn much more, may earn less, but that's what it looks like now if you just look at it historically and you're trying to be conservative. Of course, the disclaimer is historic, history doesn't predict the future, but with that alone, and you'll hear people say if you are in this community or a part of this project, one of the things that you'll hear is you'll be like, oh, the dividends or the rewards are down, you don't earn as much, blah, blah, blah. First of all, you don't earn anything on almost any cryptocurrency. Think about that. How ridiculous is that? This is all short-term mindset. Most cryptocurrencies you only earn when you sell and you buy and you make money when there's appreciation, right? Just like most stocks. Most stocks don't pay any form of a dividend. The rewards, the gauntlet rewards as they call it here, proof of weak hands, strong hands, gauntlet rewards. You're getting rewarded for strong hands. So strong hands me referring to holding on to the tokens and not selling. But yeah, the price can go up as it has for me when I first bought. The price can go up, but you're also earning rewards. You don't earn those rewards anywhere else. And on top of that, you're earning some of the highest rewards that exist anywhere, that have ever existed anywhere in the history of mankind when you look at the investment space, I guess you could say, or any sort of asset space like that. So it's a short-term mindset. People are stuck on short-term. I'm telling you right now, if you want to make a lot of money in cryptocurrency and you believe that the prices are going to go up long-term, if the prices do go up long-term, then just holding on to Bitcoin, just holding on to Ethereum, long-term is going to ultimately make you a lot of money. Again, the problem is it's not sexy. People want to, trade money in and out. Trade money, they want to get taxed over and over on every single trade. They want to lose money, because they miss trades and they don't understand trades and they want to try the time to market. It sounds fun, it sounds sexy, but it's costly, and it can be stressful if you are in a position where you have seen yourself make money and lose money because of your trades. If Bitcoin prices go up and go down, but you haven't lost any Bitcoin, and you still believe long-term it's going to go up, then the only goal is that you keep buying Bitcoin. Heck, for me, it's the same thing with P3D tokens. Just keep buying P3D tokens if you believe the price is ultimately going to go up, as I personally do. You may not appreciate this project, and that's totally okay. Whatever projects you're a part of, if you believe long-term fundamentals says that they're going to go up, then you should obviously be holding on to them. This is the same thing this applies to other areas too. Like for me, CryptoTab. CryptoTab is simple. I'm mining Bitcoin. Someone said to me on a forum, or actually I think it was on one of my YouTube videos, actually, not a forum, my YouTube videos, when someone said, oh, it's costing you more in computing power than what you're earning. I'll say two things to that. Only if I believe that Bitcoin price is going to stay at 8,000 a piece, but I believe it's going to be 80,000 or 800,000 one day. So I don't care right now. I want to stack as much as I can. And by the way, I've made several withdrawals from this. If you haven't seen those videos, I've probably made 4 or 5 withdrawals. So that's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing is, with referrals, you make 15% of everything they have a referral program. You make 15% of everything your referrals earn. And you make 10% on your second level referrals. And it goes down from there. But so I'm going to try to do some math and figure out exactly what it costs me in computing power and how much I'm losing on my own personal computing. I really don't care, again, because I'm not mining for today's value. I'm mining for future value. However, it probably doesn't take too many referrals before you're breaking even, and it doesn't take too many more referrals and you're actually probably making a small profit instead of losing a small amount on your energy cost and your electrical cost. So again, people get caught up on the short-term mindset. If you want to make a lot of money in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, then do your own research, find projects you believe in, and slowly continue to accumulate those tokens. Listen, if you listen to this video with Jordan Belfort earlier, The Wolf of Wall Street, he said instead of making 50 million, he could have made 700 million or a billion or even billions. You may be thinking, who cares? He made 50 million. And from that perspective, you're right. The odds of you making 50 million or $1 billion in crypto for most people is slim to none. But it might be the difference in earning 50,000 to 500,000 one day. It could be the difference in how many times you sold, how many market run-ups you missed because you sold out to capture profits too early. It could be the difference in how much money you paid how many times you sold, paid taxes 2 or 3 years, and that money could have, instead of going to taxes, it could have been holding cryptocurrency that would have continued to go up over time. In other words, when you get taxed, that's money that you can't earn on anymore. It's taken away from you by the government. So the key is, do your own research, find projects you like, and then continue to follow those projects. Continue to talk to other people about it, because the one thing that helps the crypto space overall is mass adoption. That helps more than anything, mass adoption. In my next video that I put out, I'm going to try to, depends on, it's going to take a little more preparation for this video. So either my very next video or in my next 2 videos, I'm going to talk about evaluating projects. And I'm looking to do videos in the future on projects that I'm looking at, either already invested in or projects that I'm considering investing in. So I may stay tuned for that in other videos. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to make certain that you're not going to miss my videos. Also, hit that bell notification icon. If you do that, anytime I put out a video, you'll basically be notified when you're on YouTube. I will put the links if you just want to research Proof of Weak Hands a little more. I'll put a link down below, just a straight link to the website. I'll also put the link to the Jordan Belfort Valuetainment video, and I'll put my CryptoTab link down here as well. One of the things that I cover on my channel is how to get referrals for CryptoTab. So I'm doing some research on that right now, in a way that anybody can use to gain more referrals. So go ahead and if you want to, literally the way CryptoTab works, within like 2 mouse clicks, you click on this link, and then all of a sudden you'll have this little icon here added to your browser, and you'll automatically, all you have to do is keep your browser open. You can, open up another tab. You can use another browser altogether. It doesn't matter, because CryptoTab is still mining Bitcoin that, who knows, one day may be worth $80,000 or $800,000 a piece. I believe that's going to happen long term. That's my belief, but that's just me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a great day.